What's happening, everyone? James Lynch here. Tom Aspinall took to his YouTube channel to give a bit of an update on his eye injury. Let's have a watch at this clip here, courtesy of Championship Rounds. Then I'll give my take on that, and then we'll read some of the comments, which predictably not very good. Let's go have a look here at Tom Aspinall being asked about the latest with him and when he could be returning.
And just for everyone wants to know as well, obviously, you've been pretty clear in what you've said. Back to Cyril, but surgery now is the focus, and then we'll kick on to 2026, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. Next surgery's coming mid-January, so we're working towards getting back, and that's the plan.
So there you go. So he mentions in this clip that this was recorded a little bit before because he says whenever this comes out. So he's already had surgery on one eye. That's good. Going to be having another surgery as well mid-January. Not a doctor, not going to pretend to be one if you do a quick Google search. And again, this is just very general, 3 to 10 weeks for being out. So that's what, a couple months. Aspinall fought in October. What's the rush, everyone? Again, people are going to be like, strip him. This injury, all this stuff. It was end of October, almost November. It's December 29th at the time I'm recording this. He could be back by, who knows? Again, I'm not going to make any promises here, but the fact that he's getting the surgery, that things look to be on the road to recovery, I think is very good news here. This is the first time we've heard any sort of update about a surgery. Of course, you're still going to get comments that people think this is all a charade and that he isn't getting surgery, and people are going to demand medical records because fans have become absolutely psycho with this thing. And we'll read some of the comments here in a second, but just from a general level, this looks very good that Aspinall is, getting some procedures done. And like I said, the hope is we get to see him fight before the summer, I think would be great, right? And that's not too long of a layoff if we think about it, right? Fans are so impatient. As soon as you have a fight, it's like, oh, when can you get into the next one? But he fought ended October. Like, what's the rush here? So the UFC is going to have plenty of other title fights that we can watch. And, again, he mentions Gane in the video. I've heard some conspiracy theories about how he's afraid to fight Cyril Gane. I don't know where these people come up with this stuff, but let's go have a look at the comments for my own humor here. And you're going to just see how crazy fans have become about this Tom Aspinall situation. Not the guy who actually poked him in the eye, but it's the person who actually, suffered the injury that is the one that is supposedly being hysterical here. So let's go read some of the comments here on Championship Rounds right here. Just finish them before the eye pokes like you did, John Man, which is, again, good joke here. I like this. Look at this, though. What are the chances he fights Gane in a rematch in his first fight back? 37% have the correct take here, which is 75 to 100%. 36.7% of fans think that he's afraid to fight Gane. Where's the logic here? What? Because he didn't look good in the first fight and then he's going to, he's afraid to lose the second fight. This is a guy that had been trying to fight John Jones for the last 2 years. Last time I checked, John Jones destroyed Cyril Gane, if we're using a bit of MMA math here. So why would he be afraid to fight Gane, but not afraid to fight Jones? That makes absolutely no sense. And listen, Let's say, for argument's sake, let's buy into the tinfoil hat theories about the fact that he's afraid to fight Cyril Gane. You know what would happen? The UFC would strip him. They've done it before. Look what they did with Ngannou and his whole contract situation with the UFC. They just made an interim title fight with Gane, with Cyril Gane, if you remember a couple years back when Ngannou wasn't fighting. They made an interim title even though Ngannou was healthy and ready to go. So the UFC will move ahead if they feel there is a need to move on from the division. So this idea that like Aspinall's going to hold the division hostage, no, he's not. The UFC would step in if he refused to fight Cyril Gane, which he isn't. There's no proof of this. This is just weird people with cartoon profile photos wanting to, impose their I'm tougher than you are attitude, which is just nuts here. This is a correct take too. I don't understand the hate. He's getting surgery is surgery. He needs time to recover from an illegal strike that could have ended his entire career. The fans that never have surgery won't understand. Correct. 341 likes. That's the correct take. Don't even want to read that as well. Shouldn't we have a fight for the interim heavyweight title then? No, we shouldn't. He fought at the end of October. Why do we need an interim title unless we're getting word from these surgeries that we've heard that he's going to be out for an extended period of time? Like, remember the whole Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka situation? They had major injuries. We knew it was going to be a year. They're like, I'm going to vacate, right? But we haven't heard that from Aspinall yet. So I didn't hear anything in this video saying like, I'm going to be out for a while. I'm going to need this amount of time. It sounded like at the end of that clip that he's ready to get back as soon as possible. So again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how long it's going to take, but this idea that we have to do an interim title right now because, Aspinall's having to take a few months off is just crazy to me. Again, I don't mind the jokes about him, having eye issues. I think that, again, the first comment here, I think these are fine. The comments that drive me nuts and a lot of other people nuts is that Tom is some victim or that he's, faking this and that the doctor notes are fake and that he's some fake nice guy. I've heard all these different theories here. So Do you think Aspinall's reputation has been tarnished with the eye poke? I'm going to click no. Let's read the results here. Yes. How is it tarnished? He got poked in the eye. If anyone's legacy should be tarnished, it's Cyril Gahn for poking him in the eye. Don't get this at all. So anyways, these are just a couple comments here. If we go over to Dovey, Simu, who's one of the big accounts on Twitter, Aspinall already had one eye surgery, will have another one soon. The comments, again, very predictable. Bro's getting really completely unnecessary surgeries to convince people that he didn't quit versus Gahn. And again, guy with the crazy profile photo. Let's see where this guy's from. I'm going to guess the United States. Unfortunately, we get a lot of those. Yeah, again, guys trying to be a comedian. The eye poke drama has been dragged on long enough. Now wrap it up now, Tom. I can only imagine if John Jones would have been blockbuster. Again, like what? How long? It hasn't been that long, guys. It was literally like if you want to do, again, end of October, close to November. We're coming up to the end of December here. It hasn't been that long. This is the correct take. Hardcore MMA fans like this are also surprisingly medical professionals will say he's lying. That's exactly true. Better not be bringing up this BS into 2026. Oh my God, he told people he had a surgery. So, please tell me he's never worn glasses before the eye poke. I think you wear glasses when you do get surgery, right? In a lot of cases. Keep milking it. And then, yeah, same sort of thing here with Red Corner MMA. Similar comments. Can't roll my eye hard enough. Says, you know, some guy who looks like a prime Rick Moranis. You know, like just all the people in here. It's just crazy to me. Quit exposing yourself. Okay, so if he doesn't say anything, then fans are going to say he's going into hiding. If he does say something and give us an update like he should, then he's making excuses. You can't win with people like this. Coming from a guy who's looks like a, you know, some wannabe like bandit or whatever. He's from Nigeria. Come on, man. Stop with the videos. Where's this guy from? Let's have a look. I love this feature, by the way, where you can see where people are coming from. Canada. Jesus, making my country look bad. Come on, man. Stop with the videos. We just want an update. 2 week. Again, coming from a guy with a fake profile name and fake profile photo. Just getting some absolutely moronic takes here. Yeah, we're going to need surgical records, doctor notes, and exact medical dates and procedures before we believe him. That's 100% true. That's how fans are. They're so crazy here. Good call here, Rudy. You're killing the division. He literally fought end of October, people. He's worster than Jones. I mean, it doesn't get much bad than that. Worster. Crazy. Where's this Henry guy from? The UK? No, Nigeria, apparently, I think. Yeah, Nigeria. Come on, man. Not making your countrymen look good. Tough news about Tom Aspinall's eye surgeries. Some guy plugging his stupid service. Yeah, again, if you go look at the record here, fought end of October. What's the rush, everyone? We've got a bunch of good fights coming up here in the calendar year. If we have a quick look at the UFC schedule, they've got, you know, pay-per-views and stuff booked. And listen, I get fans' frustration about the heavyweight division. I sympathize with that, right? Like where, you know, this whole John Jones thing sort of dragged things on. But again, that's not Aspinall's fault. That's Jones's fault. He didn't want to take the fight. And he kept leading people on that he was going to take the fight and it doesn't end up happening. And yes, we're getting a little bit of a delay here. But Aspinall, I think most likely, again, not a doctor here, he's going to fight before the 1 year mark of the eye poke. I don't think there's any indication that he's saying I'm going to be out for a while. Like, where are people getting this idea that he's going to be out for an extended period of time? He literally says at the end of this thing, we're working towards getting back. Right? That's good news. He's not saying like, oh, this is going to take a while. So anyways, just wanted to give a quick update on what Aspinall said here. Wanted to point out the absolutely moronic and insane fans here. And yeah, just kind of giving you a glimpse of how things are on social media these days when it comes to Tom Aspinall. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of some of the conspiracy theories? Again, if I'm a betting man, he's going to come back. Most likely, you know, I don't know the exact time frame, but he'll come back and he'll fight Cyril Gahn and we'll get this all figured out. So people got to relax. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.